While we began this episode with some fun mythical stuff, it's time to dive into the dark side of the holiday. While this time of year brings joy, family time, and much needed time off of work, unfortunately, there's quite a bit of bad stuff that occurs around Christmas. So we're going to be diving into some of the unsolved mysteries. Grab your hot cocoa, sit by the fireplace, and enjoy the show. Story number 1. The Christmas Tree Lady. 1996. Also the year I was born.
Okay, cool.
In Annandale, Virginia, a 60-year-old woman was found dead at a local cemetery. She was lying on a plastic sheet, a little decorated Christmas tree next to her, as well as a tape recorder, tapes, and a note. The tapes that were found were all comedy tapes. The writing on the note was quite chilling. It read, quote, "Deceased by own hand, prefer no autopsy. Please cremate." End quote. The note held two $50 bills to cover the cost of the cremation, and the note was signed by a Jane Doe. The woman was also laying in this deceased infant section of the cemetery. For 2 decades, the identity of the Christmas Tree Lady was never discovered. That is, until recently, when genealogy helped identify her as Joyce Marilyn Meyer Summers. She was from Iowa and was the oldest of 5 siblings. She was never filed as missing, and after the discovery, her relatives hired multiple PIs to find answers, but to no avail. I have a theory, but one not based on anything, the other just a feeling. But I would say it sounds like the woman lost a child, went to the cemetery, and did all that to herself. But she also could have hired someone to do it for her. I don't know. It's a pretty wild thing.
Yeah. That's tough.
It's really sad.
It's a sad ending to a...
Found alone in a cemetery.
Yeah.
Next to children. And
comedy tapes and stuff to just kind of like make your last moments a little better.
Yeah. It's quite interesting, though. Like,
yeah. I'll never know the feeling of...
I won't either.
Losing a child. At least I hope not, but... Damn.
I don't wish that upon anybody. That's got to be such a
I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
You know, so many... Oh, no, me either. So many people, they struggle with it because, losing a loved one is hard, but losing someone
your child
you created, it causes splits and
I can imagine
marriages and partnerships, whatever you have, right?
Yeah,
there's heartbreak. It's tough. It's just that's got to be so hard on your mental health.
Absolutely. Yeah, I don't really know how you.
I don't know how you cope at all.
I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know how you get past that. I mean, I struggle with just a breakup.
Breakup. I struggle in everyday life. I can't imagine.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that'd push me over the edge, dude. For real. I mean, that's tough.
Yeah,
that sucks.
Really sad.
Pour one out for what's her name, Joyce.
Joyce.
Pour one out for Joyce. All right, I got story 2. Sorry, these are kind of sad, but we are a horror channel. So, have to talk about some spooky stuff.
We try to keep it lighthearted, and then we dive into
and then we get sad.
Some tough times.
Because the unfortunate
we got to keep it real here.
Yeah, this is real. This is real stuff. This is real stuff. So, this next story is the Maurins. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I hope so. But Ethel, Washington, 1985, Christmas Eve. The bodies of Ed and Minnie Maurin were found in the timber nearby their home. They had both been shot in the head. Sadly, there were no leads on who shot the couple, and little to no evidence was found at the scene at all. Until 2012. An unknown witness came forward with evidence. With this, authorities created a new investigation throughout the 2010s. In that time, they were able to find not only what happened, but the names of the assailants. Rick Rife and John Gregory were apparently well-known local drug dealers. They visited the home of the Maurins and held them at gunpoint, demanding that they withdraw $8,500. Once the couple did, they were driven out into the timber behind their home and both shot and killed. The sad thing is that the witness who came forward seemed to work for those 2 men, and they feared retaliation. Because of this, these two men were able to commit this horrifying crime on Christmas Eve and live the next 30 years without any issue. When they tracked down the two men, they discovered John Gregory had already died, but Rick Rife was arrested and a number of charges were thrown on him. He was sentenced to 103 years in prison.
Wow.
Yeah.
Be held at gunpoint. Do what they
Towards
ask.
Christmas, too.
Do what they ask. And still die.
Yeah.
That's why, that's so tough. But I always envision if I was ever to come across that situation in my entire life, I have to live it knowing that I'm probably going to die anyway.
Yeah.
So I have to fight.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah. I think we've talked about it. I personally, granted, I'm a big dude. I have a lot of size. I'm not really afraid of much. So I understand not everybody has that asset, right? But I do think that the number one thing is don't play a victim. It's like,
no, be on the offensive there.
Yeah, you need to turn the tables. And if there's a way out at all, you have to find it. You have to fight dirty. You have to, if you're being held at gunpoint, because you think about it, you could do everything that they ask and they'll still get you.
100%.
So it's like, no, you're coming with me, dude.
It's like the story we told on the Dahmer episode a while back, right? The dude that got brought into the apartment, he had to play along with Dahmer's games to take the one chance to get out because he knew he could push him and get out that door.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. You have to fight.
You know
dirty.
you're in a bad situation.
Play the game.
You gotta get out.
Find it out and then do it.
And if you die trying, it's such a tragedy.
Yeah.
But would you rather die trying or do all what they say and not live anyway?
I agree.
Right?
Yeah. And that's the thing is, again, it's a thing, when you're in that situation, fear is a crazy thing, but
sure. Hard to think straight too. Right?
Yeah. But I do think that you have to take a breath and you have to sit there and kind of weigh your options and think, okay, this is my chance. I've seen, some videos on YouTube where, these people set up barricades, like blockades, like in the road, and then the guy who's driving, he'll drive up, he'll stop, and then these people come out with like guns and stuff, and they're going to carjack him or rob him or something. And the unfortunate thing is that a lot of people stay there, they get afraid of the gun, and they go, "Oh my God, right. Okay, you just take it, whatever," and then they end up getting shot and dying. However, I have noticed there are definitely some people who, as soon as they see people jump out, they hit the brake or the pedal and they run into the thing and they peel out. Who cares about my car? Who cares about whatever? It's like, I'm not getting robbed. And the majority of the time, the dudes won't even shoot at them. They'll just there's some kind of stat I remember seeing where it's like some percent of the time, like the majority of the time, I think robberies are committed with like a gun that's not even loaded.
Or not even a real gun.
Yeah. 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 It's like a airsoft with like the tip painted black or something. It just looks real. So it's a scare tactic, Just don't be a victim. That's really what we're saying. It's just, you got to fight. You got to fight.
I can't speak for every moment, but usually in those moments you have at least some, not all the time, but sometimes have a second to really clear your mind and be able to think rationally. Yeah.
Well, the unfortunate thing is that if you brought up Dahmer didn't allow his victims to have that moment, right? Because he would drug them.
True, but you are taking drinks from strangers. That's problem number one.
That's the moment.
Yeah.
That's where the moment starts is that. It's the...
Someone invites you to their house. You meet them at a bar or a nightclub or whatever.
Yeah.
You can go.
Yeah, you're going to, have some fun.
Have your guard up.
But yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We did. Yeah. Yeah. People are, in this world, they're hard to trust nowadays. And it's just, like we said, always in situations, play the offensive. But when you're not in the situation yet, be very defensive.
Yes.
Because that's how you stay the most safe.
Yeah.
Now, it's okay to let your guard down sometimes.
Of course. Yeah.
However, play defense. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that highlight. For more of this conversation, be sure to check out last year's holiday special.
And be sure to check out this year's holiday special, which releases on December 17th. We'll see you guys around the graveyard.